welcome back everybody for TGN Technology and the Smoking Android. My name is Jared and today we're taking a look at the Parrot AR Drone 2.0, care of the fine folks over at the Source by Circuit City, a retail outlet located all across Canada. And thank you very much to them for sending this out to us to unbox and review. So let's go ahead and jump in. Now, what is the Parrot AR Drone? Basically, it is a quad rotor helicopter with a ton of really cool technology behind it. Now, some of the big selling features of this is, one, the intuitiveness of it. Basically, it's very easy to control. It stabilizes itself with different sensors and magnets, things like that. And one of the biggest feature of this is actually the HD camera located on the front of it, as you can see there, which records in 720p at 30 frames per second. Now, this particular product is controlled by either your Android device or your iDevice, that being, you know, your iPhone or iPad, something like that. But basically, you can control it on your mobile device or your tablet. Very cool stuff there. Now, what's interesting about that is that it actually records and streams live to your mobile device so that you can actually see what's going on while you're floating around. And furthermore, it actually records that footage and takes pictures at the same time to that mobile device itself. So as long as this has battery powered in it, and you have room on your internal storage on you know, whatever mobile device you're using, you can record video. Very cool stuff there. As well as it has a YouTube ready symbol on it. I don't know what that means because I haven't gotten into the product yet, and that will definitely be covered in the review. So let's go ahead and go on a little tour of the box here. So we've already covered the front, and moving down to the side here. As you can see, it's got, you know, 14+ rated. I mean, of course, you know, if your kids are competent, then I'm sure they could figure out how to use this. But here is the actual application that you will be downloading to control the product itself, as well as some QR codes for you so that you don't have to be looking for it on the market itself. And of course, some warnings, but, you know, who reads those, right? Moving around to the other side of the box now, we've got some stuff here. Pilots community, I'm not sure what that is, but something that I did read on the box is that it has augmented reality games, something that wasn't featured previously, but now is. And that's really cool. That is actually quite exciting. You know, it's one thing to have, you know, a remote control flying device or product, you know, which is fun and all, and you can float it around, but let's throw some games into the mix. You know, let's do some cool stuff. Let's do some tricks. So I have no idea what these do, what they're about, or anything like that. That's definitely going to be covered in the review. I'm very excited to kind of look into that. So definitely stay tuned for the review, guys. You are going to want to see myself make a joke out of me. So moving along, move around to the other side of the box here. We've got some little bit more information. It is controlled by Wi-Fi connectable. So basically that means that if you have, you know, Wi-Fi turned on in your devices, this is how it's going to be communicating between your device and the actual drone itself. Now, as you can see here, it has a stabilization system. Now, something to note, something really cool, what a lot of different sort of helicopter flying products and toys out there do is when you're taking off, it's always hard to sort of stabilize it and you know, get it to the point where you're comfortable to go ahead and start flying it around. This actually automatically lifts about a meter off the ground and hovers there waiting for your next control. And that's pretty cool because instead of crashing it before it even takes off, it's already in the air ready for you to go. Now furthermore, of course, it does the photo and video recording like I mentioned before, and it also has a range of 50 meters, or for you US folks out there, 165 feet. That is a pretty far distance and quite impressive if I do say so myself. As well as the real-time video feedback, which is what I've already discussed earlier. And of course your HD video camera, and of course intuitive smartphone control. Now let's go ahead and flip over to the bottom of the box here. Alrighty, so let's look at this sucker. So we've got a bunch of information here telling you exactly what everything does, all the different hardware specifications and so on. I'm not going to go through all of them because this video will be about a half an hour long, but basically it uses a lot of magnetic sensors, to measure, you know, the distance between the actual drone itself and the ground, obviously so it doesn't crash. And I'm assuming that because from what I understand there's also an emergency switch, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can make it out here on this little sort of tablet picture here. There's an emergency button. Now, I haven't seen any videos or any documentation telling me exactly what it is, Particularly, again, that'll be covered in the review. However, what I'm going to assume, because it has its own self-stabilization system, if you do manage to get yourself into some trouble, you know, maybe hit the emergency switch and it'll sort of slowly put itself back to the ground. That's what I'm assuming. Stay tuned through a review because we will be discovering if that's true or not. Now, it does come with a Cortex A8 processor running at 1 gigahertz with a gig of RAM running at 200 megahertz. So there's actually some pretty powerful computing hardware with this product here. Very, very impressive. Obviously, it has 4 very, very powerful rotors. Very cool stuff there. What comes in the box? Well, you get the AR drone full body there, as well as the indoor hull body, which is basically styrofoam bumper to cover all the rotors, just in case you float into some walls or doors or something like that. You obviously don't want to destroy this product. It's not the cheapest toy out there, but there's reasons behind that because of the technology that goes into it. The price, however, I will be covering in the review, as well as any prices on accessories and things like that. So moving on from that, we've also got the outdoor hull. Now the outdoor hull looks pretty cool. You can kind of see it a little bit here. This is what it would look like without the indoor hull on it. And it basically looks very, very minimalistic and sleek looking. So if you're outside, it'll look nice and flashy and you can show off to your friends. And all the rotors are exposed, so it's really up to you. You can always leave the indoor hull on if you want when you're outdoors. It's up to you. Moving on from that, you've also got the charger as well as the 1000 milliamp battery. Now the 1000 milliamp battery does give you between 8 to 12 minutes flight time. I know that may not seem like a lot, but that's okay because I do know that there are other third-party manufacturers out there that are making and marketing expanded battery packs. So from what I understand, from what I've read, the highest I've seen so far is up to 3800 milliamps, which should provide you between 15 and 20 minutes of flight time and enjoyability. Whether or not you can get that from the source, I don't know. Again, I'll have to look into that, and that'll all be discussed. That was some hair there. I love my wife, but she sheds. So I will be looking into that to see if maybe the source themselves actually provide some larger battery packs or not. Again, I'll be covering all that in the review. So anyways, that is the box. Pretty exciting stuff. Lots of information packed on this thing. I mean, you know what you're getting before you even open up the box. So I really like that. So now without further ado, let's go ahead and cut this puppy open. All right, so I've already cut the tape. If I can figure out which way. Oh yeah, this way. All right. So I've already cut the stickers there. I don't know why I didn't record that. I know you guys are probably like, but what if I don't know if it's brand new or not. No, it's brand new, let me tell you. All right, so there we go. Now, this is interesting here. You'll note here that on the inside of the lid of the box, there's some sort of strange symbol on a piece of paper here. This actually is reminiscent of like a camera calibration tool for, like, say for instance the Kinect on your Xbox 360. So this may or may not be to calibrate the camera. I have no idea. Again, that'll be covered in the review. We'll be finding out later on. But looking at all the goods here, as you can see, bam, we have our AR Parrot drone. Of course, we have our 1000 milliamp battery that I spoke of before, which will give you, 8 to 12 minutes of play time. And of course, we've got our battery charger there, and it looks like we've got perhaps some different, yes, as you can see here, they are just these different sort of international adapters to plug onto your charger here. So basically, you can take this all over the world if you want to, and charge her up and be ready to go. So cool stuff there, charging stuff. You got your battery, awesome, and we've got our AR drone here. Now, first thoughts, very, very light. The styrofoam bumpers seem to be, I don't know, they have quite a bit of give. Now I know that, if you're flying around, you bump into the wall, you want some impact resistance, some impact absorbance there. However, just because of how squishy, I guess it feels, for lack of better words, you might want to be careful with this because it looks like this might snap really easily. Anyways, so of course we've got our 4 rotors there. This is obviously our indoor hull shell that I mentioned before. And so we'll just kind of stick that off just to the side right now. And we've got our outdoor hull. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. Now, we'll put this kind of in comparison with each other here. And of course, this back end here is probably where the camera fits through. As you can see, there's a little hole there. And of course, that is where our camera is on the AR drone right there. So once this goes over top of it, This bumper gets removed and you've got all your rotors exposed. So, but I mean, if you're in an open field, you probably don't have to worry about bumping in anything. However, if you do end up flying it, you know, that way you might want to keep the indoor hull on so that you don't damage the rotors. But nevertheless, very cool there. And it, you know, would be kind of cool on second thought is that you could probably actually paint this and kind of make some different colors and things like that. But anyways, we'll put that off to the side as well. And actually, I'll just tuck everything over there right out of the way for us. And we'll move this. And of course, we've got our instruction manual. Now that is one thick instruction manual. You guys are probably thinking, holy smokes, there is no way I'm reading that entire thing. Don't worry, I'm assuming most of it is just in the different languages. And yep, so it looks like page, like from the beginning to page, you know, 30 or so is all in English, and the rest are just different languages. So you can get all kinds of information on this, and it's you know, a nice light read, not too crazy there. And whatever this is, I have absolutely no clue what these are. I'm assuming we will probably discover what these are in the instruction manual later on. But anyways, very, very cool stuff. That is all. That is everything that comes in the box there. Very, very cool stuff. There's the different sensors that I was talking about before, so that it, for stability control, it looks like there's another sensor right on the bottom there. And yeah, and of course, these rotors have little lights that flash on them as well. So very, very excited to give this a try and start reviewing it and testing it out. I absolutely cannot wait. So again, thank you very, very much for watching, everybody. For TGN Technology and the Smoking Android, my name is Jared. Make sure you stay tuned for the full review of this product here, of this AR drone. We will definitely be testing it out, playing with those augmented reality games and everything, and I'll probably make myself look really, really silly, but it's going to be fun. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to any more videos in the future, as well as the full review of this. And, you know, if you like videos like this, maybe head on over to my own personal channel, The Smoking Android, youtube.com/TheSmokingAndroid. But again, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and until next time, we shall see you in the next video.